Welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Today, we are going to be getting into a Dante deep dive. Dante has been one of the most popular heroes in Hero Wars for the last 2 to 3 years. He has become the meta, and just lately he is starting to fall out of grace with a lot of players. But what makes Dante good? Why is he now more counterable than beforehand? Let's dive into that and figure out if he is still usable. So, Dante. We'll first go through his skills. Instrument of Fate. Dante throws 4 spectral spears at multiple enemies, dealing physical damage and pushing the targets back. Damage is 220% physical attack plus 1300. That's one of the reasons why he's so good. Foresight increases all allies' dodge by 5 seconds, and the bonus dodge is 18% physical attack plus 390. Retribution. When dodging damage over 5% of total health, Dante conjures a spectral spear and throws it at the nearest enemy. Damage 110% physical attack plus 13,000. And lastly, Shackles of Weakness. When a spectral spear from the Instrument of Fate or Retribution hits an enemy, Dante decreases the target's main stat by 5 seconds. So that's 7% physical attack plus 748. You'll notice a lot of these have to do with dodging, right? Increases all allies' dodge. If the dodging damage over 5%, both of those. And as we get into it, you'll actually notice he has a dodge artifact as well. So just a lot of dodge with this team. For skins, he has agility, dodge, armor penetration, physical attack, and health. Now, I know, I've preached it so many times that armor penetration is the most important for damage dealers. But Dante is one of the rare exceptions. In this case, his dodge skin is the top one. Why? Because so much of his abilities have to do with dodge. You need that dodge as high as possible. So he's more effective just dodging than doing anything else. Then you would go armor penetration, then physical attack, then health, then agility. So dodge is the number one skin. Now, I know you're probably saying right now, what about if he faces anti-dodge teams? Well, in that case, he's just not going to be good anyway. So the only time that you want to be using him are against teams that are not anti-dodge teams, that have the Lyrias, right? In that case, the dodge is still going to be a very useful stat. He is an agility hero and falls into the marksman branch, meaning that agility gives him additional points of physical attack. In terms of items, a lot of the ones that you're going to be needing are the throwing knives, which are used for all agility heroes. And he is also a lycanthrope thing user. There was a comment in a previous video saying I was pronouncing this wrong. I had no idea I was. I thought I was actually Thorpe. But it is Thrope, lycanthrope's fang. So, I'll try to pronounce it right. But you're going to need a ton of these to upgrade him, as that goes into Unity of Extremes. He has Ruler's Globus that you have to level. Just a bunch of this stuff, as well as Alucard's Amulet. Now, Glyphs. What should you be prioritizing? I just talked about it earlier. Dodge is number 1. Armor penetration is number 2. Physical attack is number 3. And then I really probably would pick agility over armor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Armor being the last one that you should upgrade. Just because he's so dodge dependent that armor is still beneficial, don't get me wrong, but you're hoping he's dodging all of these physical attacks. Next up, the artifacts. We have 3 distinct artifacts. He has the Spear of Fate, which increases dodge chance. Then he has the Book of Illusions, dodge plus health, and the agility. Number 1 is going to be the Spear of Fate. This increases dodge chance for the entire team. Why this is so good, and this is very good too, but this one is a lot. If you level this up to the maximum, this gives the whole team a ton of dodge, which not only is it beneficial to Dante, but it's beneficial to the rest of the team as well. And because of this, he can keep on dodging, meaning he's going to ult more, meaning he's going to be doing more damage. Second is Book of Illusions. This is also very good. You want to level that up to max. And then lastly, the Ring of Agility, which is going to help with the physical attack. Ascension abilities, Dante is not ascended, so there are no abilities to talk through or go over. And his role branch does fall within Marksman, so you want to upgrade that if you are trying to go and make a Dante team. Now let's go ahead, jump into a battle with Dante, and see where his strengths lay. So I have him fighting a relatively meta team. It's the Ishmael, Nebula, Sebastian, Aiden, and Lara Croft team. I saw this team plenty in Area of Conquest. So let's go ahead and make a team that is designed to really show Dante and what he's good at. So I put in Nebula, Sebastian, Jet, and Fafnir as supports for my Dante. And let's take a look at this battle. So Dante is, and this is what I would recommend for people who are using Dante. You probably want him at the front line. The reason is because you want him dodging. That's where he's going to be doing a lot of his damage. That's where he's going to get a lot of his usefulness out. So if you have him in the second position, he is significantly easier to counter. So you want him to be in the main position. All right, so you can see here he just did a dodge, and look at the amount of energy that he got. And now he's going to do his ultimate, which gives the team dodge. And boom, Ishmael is one shot. Sebastian's almost killed. Lara's almost killed. That is insane. Now, the reason he's able to do so much damage is Nebula is boosting him, Fafnir is boosting him, Sebastian is boosting him, and Jet is boosting him as well. So he was able to dodge a little bit more, and now the rest of the team is going to be going down. You just saw his ultimate again. So now it's just Nebula, who is a dodge hero, against the rest of this team, and they're going to clean this up pretty quick. At this point, it really isn't fair. Like, Dante can be just absolutely broken against the right teams. Like, he can be phenomenal if you're facing the right team. But if you're facing the wrong team, he is very easily counterable. So you saw that in his victory, his abilities of just increasing dodge for the team, his ultimate, which just, he ulted twice and pretty much killed the whole team. So, strengths. Dante can have amazing damage if he has the right team around him. And whenever I say amazing, I'm talking top tier. He can be one of the fastest killers of opposing teams if he has the right heroes around him. You want support around him. You want those Nebulas. You want those Sebastians. The Jets are helpful. The Fafnir is helpful. You know, anyone that can increase other physical attack as well. Anyone that can increase critical hit are also something that helps Dante do more damage. If a team isn't designed to take him down, he could potentially do a 1-on-5 if the team isn't designed to take him down. And whenever I say the team isn't designed to take him down, I'm talking about two specific teams. Number one, the anti-dodge team, the Lyria teams. Number two, the other dodge teams. This is where Dante can also have some trouble. If you're facing a team like an Aurora or a Heidi, Dante will have trouble hitting them, which will allow them to ult, which could potentially kill Dante. So those are really the only times that he's not going to be very good. But against other teams that don't have dodge heroes, he could potentially 1 versus 5 them, depending on the matchup. Weaknesses, I just mentioned it. Anti-dodge teams, so the Lyria there, anyone that can stop him from dodging, that will make him a pretty easy target to get killed. And dodge teams can give him trouble. He can beat those occasionally, but it really is random number generator or RNG dependent on if his hits actually hit. If they don't, he's done for. But if his hits get through really the first time, then you do have a chance to win. Counters. He does have a few counters that are pretty big heroes. Heidi, Lyria, Aurora, all of those are pretty strong counters directly to Dante. Without those in the mix, then potentially your team could be able to do some damage with him at the helm. Who is he good against? Well, he's pretty much good against all non-dodging heroes. So there's a lot of teams. He can fight magic teams. He can fight physical attack teams. You really want him, and his bread and butter is against other physical attack teams that are not anti-dodge. because that will allow him to dodge and do ult more, which is just going to do a ton of damage. Against magic teams, he's not amazing, but he can still be very good if you have the right team around him. Best used with. I've already talked about it. You want to definitely put Sebastian with him. You definitely want to put Nebula with him. Without that, he's just not strong enough to one-shot or really, really hurt opposing teams. So the more that you put around him, the better. Jet Fafnir also in that category, as you could see from that battle. So overall grade, well, I think most people would have graded him at a A+ originally. Before Lyria came out, he was the hero, the meta hero. There was the Dante, Nebula, Orion, Augustus, Dorian team. You'll still see that around, and that's still a pretty strong team, at least on attack. But the fact that Lyria is in the game now, and almost everyone has a Lyria, and the fact that like Heidi is also a very good hero to stop him, means that he has gone down in overall grade. Now, I still have him at a B+, which is solid, but he is situational now. He used to be you could throw in almost every situation, and he is going to give you a chance to win, if not win completely. Now, there's more counters to him. He's not nearly as strong. You're not going to see him necessarily in the meta teams moving forward anymore. So he is still okay to use. He's still okay to level up, especially in the early game. He's going to be very strong if you are trying to get far in the tower or are a brand new player. But in the late game, he does become pretty easily counterable. So if you do have him in your top 5 heroes that you're building out as a new player, your team isn't going to get that far in Guild War because you're just going to be running into a lot of Lyria teams who are just going to pretty much annihilate him. So, good situational hero, B+, solid overall grade, has a lot of strengths, but he also has a lot of weaknesses. Thanks for watching. Let me know in your comments if you want to put any other heroes, have me do a deep dive on those, and we'll get to them in the future.